I love the Persona series, and if you've ever seen my channel at all, you might have noticed that I use Naoto Shirogane from Persona 4 as the channel's mascot. Earlier last week, I was thinking back on all my memories from the series, and I decided I would make a video on why the Persona games are so near and dear to me, so much so that I keep replaying them over and over again. And if you've never played a Persona game before, maybe I can convince you to give the series a chance. However, please keep in mind that there is some minor spoilers ahead, so just be warned. I still remember when I first discovered the Persona series. It was the summer right before I entered into high school, and I was looking for some anime to watch from YouTube. And though I was searching for an anime, a trailer for a certain game caught my eye. This trailer, with its vague imagery, dark themes, and the amazing music of Shoji Meguro and Yumi Kawamura, it just completely drew me in. Even without context or understanding what it was about, I found myself already becoming drastically interested. The only thing I knew about it from the trailer was that it was a JRPG set in modern times. I remember I couldn't originally find a physical copy of the game at my local GameStop, and I ended up having to emulate it, and damn, was that a pain in the ass to set up. However, once I got started, the game did not disappoint. If you've never played a Persona game before, it's essentially a monster collecting turn-based RPG with visual novel elements. The gameplay is a lot like Pokemon, but instead of catching adorable monsters, you catch personas, which are beings based off of mythological figures. The players forge connections with these personas, and in turn, the personas aid them in battle. It's true that the combat is fairly simplistic, but it's fluid and dynamic enough that it never gets boring. Past the combat though, ever since Persona 3 the games have had a day-to-day system, where time moves forward as you play. Each day players have to make a series of choices where important choices will advance the day forward. And this system forces players to spend their time wisely or face a game over due to wasting time. Alongside that though, Persona 3's story was also quite gripping. And to do my best to not spoil too much, Persona 3 is about a group of students who try to find the truth behind the Dark Hour, a mysterious 13th hour that shifts the world while it's active. While the Dark Hour is present, normal people are sucked into black coffins, monsters start to infest the world, and the main character's school is transformed into a giant labyrinth named Tartarus. With no real clues in sight, the main characters aim to climb to the top of Tartarus, in hopes they might find a way to end the Dark Hour, which also may be connected to a mass outbreak of a condition called the apathy syndrome, a condition that reduces people to a vegetative state. Just this synopsis alone establishes so many different moving parts, and it really gets you thinking and theorizing from the get-go. Like, what is causing the Dark Hour? What's at the top of Tartarus? Is the apathy syndrome even connected to the Dark Hour? Will one of the main characters suffer the apathy syndrome? And the way they handle this synopsis while still reminding us that these characters are still just teenagers who still need to grow up, it's just really something. And each game's narrative in the series is just as defined and unique on its own. The plots are not repetitive, with each game having their own unique takes on the world. For example, there's no Dark Hour outside of Persona 3, just like there's no TV world outside of Persona 4, and just like there's no Joker outside of Persona 2.
Hold on.
Okay, scratch that one. In fact, the way these games are made, you can hop into any Persona game without prior context and still get the full experience. However, the beauty of the series to me lies in the characters. Each Persona game stars a ragtag group of people, and these characters are so flawed yet are so charming. Watching the group interact with each other in cutscenes or whenever dialogue just pops up, there's always a certain charm or dynamic that each group has, and the interactions never feel forced, always natural and realistic. This leads to what I think is Persona's biggest strength, and that is that Persona does a lot of character building, even for those in the background who serve no purpose to the plot at all. They put so much value into their characters that they created a whole gameplay system that heavily rewards players for forging strong relationships with them, called social links. I know that relationship systems are nothing new in RPGs. Take for instance Fire Emblem with their support system, which rewards players with more character development and other bonuses the more characters fight together. However, I feel that social links are a lot more personal, and the Fire Emblem example supports what naturally happen because of the way it's designed. However, in Persona, improving a social link has to be an active choice. Because of how the day-to-day system works, spending time with the character advances time forward. So by doing that, you're throwing away your opportunities for that day to level up, gather more personas, push towards the current goal, or even spending time with other people. That makes the choice to spend time with a social link so important and meaningful. Each social link is more than just making a friendship though. Every social link character has their own subplot, focused on a major issue in their life. And as we spend time with them, they slowly open up to us and allow us to help them with their issue, with the social links levels representing milestones in your relationship with them. Each of these characters are so well written, and it's so astonishing to see how well these people are designed, especially because it's possible to miss so many of these characters on your first playthrough. In fact, in my opinion, there are so few bad social link characters that I can basically count them off on one hand. And even then I wouldn't say they're bad, just not as memorable. To me, these characters remind me that the Persona world is more than just the strange things the main characters go through. They're reminders that past all the strange things that are happening to them, there is still normality in the world. Not only that, by building a connection with these characters, it gave me more of a reason to solve whatever the main goal was, because I ended up wanting to keep these people safe. Whether it was from the Dark Hour, a serial killer, or just corrupt people in general, to me it felt like they gave more of a reason for the protagonist to succeed, to bring the world back to that normality. In the end, what makes the Persona game so interesting to me is just how much care goes into building the world. The Persona universe can be so diverse, with many different forms of oddities that just grab your attention. And past all the strange going-ons, there's so many distinct characters in this universe who have such unique and interesting perspectives. And each of these characters have way more depth than whatever you can see on the surface. Paired with the intuitive and simple combat system, all of this together just molds so well into creating such a unique experience. And in the end, that's why Persona is so special to me. It provides an experience that I've yet to feel playing anything else. And to that end, that's why the Persona series is so near and dear to me. Hi, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I regularly post fighting game or anime related content on the channel, but after making this video, there are definitely going to be a few Persona related things I want to talk about or make. If that interests you, why not stick around? And again, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.